From the Classic 107 studios in downtown Winnipeg, 107 Live for Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. On this day, Thursday, July 28th, we welcome into the studio legendary blues guitarist, Winnipeg blues guitarist, Brent Parkin. He's been on the scene for over 40 years. I remember him from probably almost that time ago, not quite 40 years ago. He's been around for 40 years. A couple of his bands, Hound Dog, and then Brent Parkin and the Stingers. He does a lot of solo stuff these days. And I ran into him the other day at Inferno's on Academy, and it sort of jumped to my mind when I went to watch him that I want to have him in the studio live. So you know what? He was kind enough to come in this morning. Morning, Brent.
Morning.
He said he wouldn't do it in the winter, so he's going to come here in the summer. I won't invite him in the winter. I remember that. So listen, before we chat for a little bit, looking forward to talking with you. You're going to play one tune live. What do you got for us first?
This is a little one I wrote. It's a romantic tune called You Used to Be My Dream, But You're My Nightmare Now.
All right. Let's hear it.
First met you, baby, your friends were sweet and kind. The crowd you're running with, Lord, they're out of their minds. Now you change, pretty mama. Yes, you're changing how. Lord, you used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now. Spending all your money, you spending most of mine. You bore from your mother just to have a good time. Now you change, pretty baby. Yes, you're changing how. Lord, you used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now. Yes, you are, baby. Your car, now you wanna wreck mine. You out every night on an iPhone all the time. Now you change, pretty mama. Yes, you're changing how. Lord, you used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now. You, baby, your friends were sweet and kind. The crowd you're running with, Lord, they're out of their minds. Now you change, pretty mama. Yes, you're changing how. Lord, you used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now. Lord, you used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now.
There you have it. Used to be my dream, but you're my nightmare now. It's Brent Parkin here on Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Some beautiful acoustic guitar for the morning. Brent, again, thanks for coming in this morning. A pleasure to have you here. So, when did you first get the blues? When did you first get the blues?
Well, I think we're born with them, aren't we?
We're born with the blues.
We're born with them.
You were born
Yeah.
with the blues, yeah?
Yeah.
So when did you first experience blues music? How about that?
Geez, it's hard to say. I think just little by little, I always liked the sound of it. Maybe I wasn't really sure what it was. I seem to be attracted to the flip side of records, usually the one where they had a blues song on it. But I think in the early 70s, I started listening more to B.B. King, Albert King, that kind of thing. And then certainly a little later on, when we started Hound Dog, Gordy Kidder turned me on to a lot of great blues, and I
Harmonica
got a lot
player, Gord Kidder,
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff from him, and but I think I was always attracted to the sound of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you, was guitar always your instrument from a young kid, or as a young kid?
Yeah, pretty much. We got guitars in the mid-'60s when the Beatles and everything was happening, the Stones and all this stuff. So they'd put you in a sale asylum if you wanted to play clarinet or something back then. So it definitely was guitar.
Hey, our musical director is a clarinet player.
Well, I wish I could. I had a clarinet. The truth of it was I traded I had a clarinet and I traded it for a washing machine.
For a washing machine. So were your parents listening to a lot of music too when you were growing up? Were they listening more to the jazz, the swing, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, my dad liked honky-tonk piano.
Okay.
I think that had a little bit to do with it. And I remember my mom liked Nat King Cole, and we had a record. And, but there was like folk music and rock music and that kind of thing. But along with the folk craze came a lot of blues back then. So
a lot of the acoustic blues stuff.
Yeah, so you were listening to it. But I guess it wasn't till really the start of the 70s that I started to zero in on it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wasn't going to be a great rock and roll guitar player or a great rock guitar player, and it didn't really, the blues guitar appealed to me more. But it wasn't just the music; it was the whole thing, about expressing yourself and, using a little bit of pain to play the music.
So, let's talk about the blues just for a second. A lot of people think of the blues and they think of sort of sad music, but it's not. Blues isn't just about sad music. So how would you define the blues in your mind? What is the blues to you?
Well, the blues is a feeling. It's, it's been said many times. It means different things to different people, but it's certainly a good time. If you look at it's like sharing your troubles with somebody. It makes it a lot easier when you can share them with people and people
Mm-hmm.
understand you. And it's a way to get rid of it, the blues. Really, it's a way to profess how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And once you do that, it makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Yeah, because if they're sitting deep inside and you never talk about them or express them through music, they just eat you up, I suppose. And so sharing with other people, as you say, is just a way of getting it out into the open.
If you're in a bar and the singer's up there and he's having a great time and saying, "Hey, look, this happens to everybody,"
Mm-hmm.
then I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. So you didn't know this was going to turn into some sort of psychological session, did you?
Yeah, no.
That's as far as we're going to get into
hey,
it.
Hey, I only went to grade 12. Give me a break.
And it's only 8:30 in the morning. We don't want to get that deep just yet. So you've had a lot of great experiences playing blues too. You've been on the Winnipeg scene, you say, for over 40 years. Tell me about some of the artists that you've come into contact with. We know about your touring. Tell us about your touring with B.B. King as well. That's kind of a special moment too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We were his opening act. I think it was 1983. And we did several dates through the Western Canada. And we traveled on the same bus together, so that was really cool. And his band couldn't have been nicer to us. Treated us as equals, basically, and complimentary about the music. And BB's, yeah, he was just a great guy. You don't survive in the business that long without being, a real cool cat. So he was very gracious to us, and so that was pretty cool.
Anything he said to you that really stuck with you?
Well,
or any other artist that you've been in
Well,
contact?
I mentioned this before, but when we dropped them off at the airport in Calgary, they were flying out at that point, and BB just said to me, he said, there'll be people that will try to discourage you in this business. Don't let them do it. If this is what you want to do, you just go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's pretty cool.
And you've been doing it.
Yeah.
Since before the 80s, and since he told that to you, you've been doing it. So you got a gig coming up as well. That's part of the reason we had you in here this morning, is we wanted to talk about your gig as well. You've got one at, it's part of the Smooth Jazz at Assiniboine Park with Walle Larson that's coming up on July 30th, if I'm not mistaken. July 31st, 7 o'clock to 8:30. What's in store for that night at Assiniboine Park?
Well, we're going to get together and play a bit of jump blues and some slow blues, and I'm going to play on a couple of Wally's funky tunes, and
little electric
we're
guitar
just gonna
for you, yeah.
bang it around and see. I guess those guys will be playing the smooth jazz. Mine won't be quite as smooth.
The smooth blues.
Smooth blues. Yeah. But we're going to do, we'll do a Count Basie tune thrown in there too. And a Jay McShannon tune, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll have a bit of jump to it. And then we'll do probably a couple of straight-ahead blues.
Nice. Something to look forward to. July 31st.
Yeah.
Any other gigs coming up you want to talk about or mention?
Nothing in the immediate future. Just finished doing a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Have some gigs out of town. And then, let me think now. Probably back again at Times Change in the Royal George again.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, in the meantime, July 31st, you can catch him at Assiniboine Park with Walle Larson, some jump blues. Brent Parkin in the studio here for Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Brent, you got one more tune for us.
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to do the one your wife was putting pressure on you?
No. Hey, don't bring that up now.
No, don't bring that up. Oh, yeah, she might come down on you for that. Don't come down on him for that. It's a tough one to play. What do you got for us?
There's a little thing called the Fishin Blues.
All right. I know that one.
Here. Yeah. Just going to get in tune because sometimes it sounds better that way. Okay, there we go. Of course, made popular by the great Taj Mahal, but it was written by a guy named Henry Thomas. Bet you going fishing, mama, all the time. I'm a going fishing too. Bet your life, your sweet wife, gonna catch more fish than you. Many fish bites if you got good bait. Here's a little something I would like to relate. Many fish bite, got good bait. I'm a going fishing, yes, I'm going fishing. My baby going fishing too. Little old ride, grab pole, heading to the fishing hole. Throw my pole on in, caught a 9-pound catfish. I took 'em on home. Supper time. Many fish bites if you got good bait. Here's a little something I would like to relate. Many fish bite, got good bait. I'm a going fishing, yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Brother about to run me out of my mind. Say, can I go fishing with you? Took him on down to my fishing hole, mama. But what do you think he did do? Got a great big fish out of ball pond. He laughed and jumped up over real gone. Many fish bite, got good bait. I'm a going fishing, yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. Well, you put 'em in a pot, baby, put 'em in a pan. Cook 'em till they're nice and brown. Make a batch of whole cakes, put 'em milk, mama. You chew them things and you chomp right down. Many fish bites if you got good bait. Here a little something I would like to relate. Many fish bite, got good bait. I'm a-going fishing, yes, I'm going fishing, and my baby going fishing too. That tastes good. Yes, and my baby going fishing too. Woo, woo, whoa, 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 whoa.
Brent Parkin here on Birchwood Jaguar 107 Live. Look at Fishin Blues. Some people will be out there fishing the blues definitely this weekend on the long weekend. Brent, thanks for coming in this morning.
My
Appreciate it. Really, you can go to his website, brentparkin.ca, as well to check out more information about him, brentparkin.ca, or catch him live Sunday night, Smooth Jazz with Walle Larson, July 31st. That's this weekend from 7 o'clock to 8:30 now.
107 Live is Classic 107's intimate concert series, brought to you by Birchwood Jaguar, the art of performance.